Hello and welcome to Student Corner here on Central University Television Channel 44 and on Central University YouTube channel with me, James Amathali. Student Corner is an engaging and educational program brought to you by Central University Television. This program brings together students from diverse universities across Sierra Leone to share their unique stories about campus life, their courses and more. In the program today, we shall be discussing, among other things, business and academics. To help me discuss this, I have with me in the studios Alhaji Abu Bangura, who is a student entrepreneur and also a final year agricultural science student at Central University. Before enrolling to Central University, Alhaji saw the need of students with regards getting a recharge card and decided to solve the problem. 3 years later, he saved up some money to enroll at Central University. Now, he is in the final year of his program and also doing business simultaneously. Before we start the conversation, let's have the quote of the day, which says, "Do the best that you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." And it's coming from Maya Angelou, famously known as poet, dancer, singer, activist and scholar. Maya was a world-famous author. She was best known for her unique and pioneering autobiographical writing style. Let's have some commercial break from our sponsors. We will be back after this break.
Makambo zali makambo. Ho! Mansaka kwani mansaka, manganzi kwani manganzi. Mansaka kwani mansaka, manganzi kwani manganzi. Mansaka kwani mansaka, manganzi kwani manganzi.
Welcome back if you're just joining us. This is Student Corner here on Central University Television Channel 44, broadcast live from our studios here at 1 Silicon Hills, Mile 91, Tonkolele District, Unimamela Chiefdom. In the studios with me is Alhaji Abu Bangura, who is a student entrepreneur and also a final year agricultural science student at Central University. Hello and welcome to Student Corner, Alhaji.
Hello, how are you?
I'm quite fine. How about you?
On this way.
So, can you tell us your journey to where you start, how you started your business, and of course, to come into Central University?
Of course, my first time of visiting Central University, it was purposely for education. But when I came here for inquiries, the person that sent me to do the inquiries did not turn up to help me again. That is my uncle. Asked me to do some financial inquiries about Central University. When I reached Central University, I do all the necessary inquiries. They were able to tell me what and what entails to attend here. I give him the feedback. It was unfortunate that he responded to me and informed me that he could no longer honor the promise of taking care of my university. I was very disappointed when I got the information, especially when my dad gave me the information that your uncle said he's no longer going to honor his promise. But during that time, my dad asked me to go back to the village. But I was just thinking, when you want to leave the village to pursue your education, you have to tell goodbye to some of your friends, you have the confidence, you have some relative, having informed them that I am going to enroll in the university. So when my uncle gave this information to my dad and my dad sent it to me, I was in a kind of stress, asking myself, if I go back to the village and these of my friends, whom I later explained to them that
You're in the
I'm going to gain
university.
university, I'm going to gain enrollment in university. If they ask me short question, why I am back in the village, what is going to be the appropriate answer? I was that kind of shy to them, and I called my dad, informed him that I'll be back the next 2 days. Just like what I said, I was very stressed during that session. And I have to come here almost every day for 3 consecutive days. There is a structure at the entrance of Central University where people sell this food stuff and the like. There was an old woman, two old women were there selling. One was Auntie Bitu Rabi, fair in complexion, and the other one was an old woman nicknamed 2020. We were there discussing. Of course, they were just thinking that I am a student. Discussing, and I overheard them talking about the constraint of students, especially these credits and this mobile money transaction. So I had to seize this opportunity. I called my dad and informed him that I will be back the next week. He had to ask me, why do you want to stay there? Your uncle said he's no longer going to honor the promise. Come back to the village, let's continue our farm work. When the time reaches, you go back, you go to the university. I talked to him that I'll be back. And then I have to study the campus, and I see a good number of students, we are struggling for credit. In fact, both the lecturers and the students. I have to go home at night, meet some of these guys selling credit at my 91, asking them how to get a voucher SIM and agent code. They told me that it is advisable for me to visit the office, and the office is only located Bo, McKinney, and Freetown. So I have to use the short distance, McKinney. I went there, purchased the 3 voucher SIMs, AfriCell, Orange, and QCell, and also an agent SIM with 1 million euros. I was having 1 million euros at least to buy the form, and other expenses will be handled by my uncle who later promised me. So I have to use this money. I started doing business here. I did Orange Money and this top-up business for 3 consecutive years before enrolling here, Central University.
So how did you get the money to enroll? Is it that you got it through the business that you are doing?
Well, partially, if I am to share the percentage, 50% of it come from the business, and other 50% come from other people. There are people
That saw the need.
yes,
And
that they see someone that has the ambition of going to school but couldn't have the money to finance his education. They come in and say, if you ask them for help, they might see a reason to help you. And I will not leave here without saying thanks to them. I must be grateful for that.
can you mention their names?
For security reasons, because they are people, honestly, they are people.
Okay.
If only they could help you without even they will do that.
They will do that.
Yes, they want everything to be confidential. Even, I'm telling you, these people, they are behaving to me as if they are extraordinary, their qualities. These people I am talking of, I cannot mention their name for security reasons, but unto this time, no one have ever asked me even to launder a cloth for them or clean their shoes.
We,
They
we,
have never.
we need such people. We need the replica of such people in our country.
You will know them.
Yeah.
You will know them.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you faced in enrolling at Central University?
Well, one is the fees. Because by then it was 8,500, which is 8,500,000 almost. But this money is huge for me. Remember, I only came here with 1,000 units with the hope that my uncle, who later promised me, is going to honor it. So that is one big challenge. I mean, there are other challenges, but I think those are minor.
Okay, so did you ever feel like giving up? If you ever felt like giving up, what inspired you?
At first, I feel like giving up in education to embark in another field. But destiny saved me. If I would have returned back to the village, maybe that would have been the end of my school. But when I started doing that business, I see the need. Sitting with some of my age mates, talking about school, some are now in the verge of graduating. I also saw the need, and I have to talk to people, telling them what I desire. I desire to go to school, but I am financially handicapped. And as I'm talking to you, my dad cannot afford it because he's now 95 years of age, and my mom, they are still alive.
How many of you?
We are total number of
children?
We are 17
Okay.
in number.
One woman?
No.
Okay.
Four.
Okay.
Four.
Okay.
We have different mother.
Okay.
I am the number 11
Okay.
to my father and number 7 to my mom. So I was in that kind of situation that seeing my colleagues. There are certain people, I am not boasting of it, but I see some of my colleagues that reading some course that are graduates. I look at them and even read the conclusion that I might be more talented, more brilliant than them. But because of this financial drawback, stopped me from achieving the goal. But later, getting in touch with these people, I was able to enroll.
Talking about the course, I was thinking, from a personal perspective, why not enrolling in business courses? Why agricultural science? Since you are into recharge card and money transaction, I think it could have expanded your ideas more professionally. Why agricultural science?
Well, an entrepreneur, you can be in any field and also be an entrepreneur.
But it would have been simpler.
More simpler, as people might think of it. But let me tell you something. An entrepreneur think of 3 things. Let me tell you, the last one is profit. And that last one must not ever put in front of the 2. You must first identify the problem and then solve it. And later you think of the profit. I enrolled in the agri field because there is a gap. There is a problem in the field of agriculture in our country that I want to solve. And I want to be an agricultural entrepreneur. There is a gap. Before this time, if you heard of America to be a great country, the backbone of it was agriculture. There are policies you have to make. You make these policies, and then you will see agriculture will be the lucrative job or profession in this country. I might go study business administration as other people may think of it because I started doing business here. But even in the field of that is why a lot of module, economics, we talk about entrepreneurship is also a module, agribusiness is also a module. These are all module embedded in Agri General that will capacitate you to be a businessman. So it was never a mistake studying agriculture because what I started here at Central University.
Yeah, Alhaji, looking at your background of how you struggled in getting sponsors to the university, What sacrifices did you make to reach the final year of your program?
In life, you have to schedule whatever things you do. One of the biggest sacrifices I made were one, I should avoid anything that has to do with enjoyment. You know what is enjoyment? One thing that I want people to know is that if you want to suffer when you become old, when you are young, enjoy. Now I can have my 200 from my business, 300 from my business. I can go to Yoni fast food restaurants. I eat it. When I go in the morning, I will also find another money. But remember, there will be a time that you will never be able to go and do that kind of business because of old age. So I sacrifice enjoyment. And another thing again, there are certain things young guys do normally indulge themselves to, like gambling. It's also very risky.
And now it's more civilized. We have one expert.
One expert and the like.
Yeah.
It is very risky to involve into that if you want to achieve. You have to sacrifice that one. Even if someone said, I win 50 million euros, there are different ways you embark on that will also have legitimate money. And again, something we call humanizing. I'm telling you, my brother, all great men, read the Bible and the Holy Quran, all the great men were all killed or fall as a result of women. I am not asking you to be afraid of them or not to evolve into that, but at least one is enough for you. Assuming that I have five girls or 3 girls, during the time of the Valentine, if I projected to give a girl 100 euros, 100 times 5.
500.
500.
How much are you making?
How much are you making? You have to go the extra mile. This money should have been kept for other uses that will help you to grow. So these 3 things are paramount. And again, that word, rest. Rest. You have to take it off from you. When you want to grow, you must be a hustler. Chase the money, but with caution.
Alhaji, you seem to be an expert in this counseling thing. You seem to be an expert. It's nice at times. It's nice when people experience the difficulties themselves. I believe that they are in a better position to teach and educate other people who feel that life is all about enjoyment and life is all about not chasing your dream. Some are thinking because my dad, my family is having a rich background, I must not be serious because after all, when they die, I will inherit all of these. But people like you that go through the system of hardness, you are in a better position to say some of these stories. It's nice getting it from you. So how has Central University shaped your academic journey?
From other journals and other news I'll be reading, Central University, for me, I can grade it as one of the best university to shape people to go outside the universe, explore, and get what you intend to have. Of course, here, for example, when I started attending here, I knew nothing about computer. But today, even in my business, I operate with Excel. That's for every day, I must calculate my net profit. At the end of the month, I calculate my net profit.
So it's the university that taught you how to do Excel?
Yes, I did computer packages year 1, and I was able to get, without the certificate, I am yet given the degree, but I've started making use of it. I make use of this. Then again, Central University have also shaped me in a way that It capacitates me to do things better than my best. Yes, through this program we normally organize like debate and the like. Now, I am telling you, if you only give me a cause to deliver to 1,000 people, I am capable of disseminating this message clear without any obstacles. Because here, they train you how to become a public speaker, they train you how to become a leader. A lot, um, I cannot mention all, but Central University have built me, and I am well prepared to go in the world.
So what has been some of your rewarding moments so far in this your journey?
Well, I just believe that for now, I have a startup. I have a startup, and I believe even after university, without the employment of any governmental organization, I'll start up something.
Do you have any mentor, role model, people that guided you through this process?
Well, you talk about uh, mentor for in the area of business. I don't have a mentor. I just have role model people like, because mentors are people that you can get in touch with, you discuss with them. You can be my mentor.
Yeah.
You can be my mentor as long as you are in the field that I am chasing and I meet with you. But if you admire someone online, that person is not your mentor because he teaches you nothing. You learn only from me and unknowingly to him. So I have role models, people that I look at the way they operate on in their businesses, and then I think for the future I'll also do the same, because now it's just a small scale business and
So,
you cannot compare small scale business to that a large enterprise.
so how do you see agricultural science impacting your future and of course that of your community?
Well, agriculture is I cannot say for myself, for everybody is the best profession. Now we are talking outside here. What are we thinking of? To find food, to make our ends meet, not so. So if only we can able to train people to teach the farmers. I cannot call them local farmers. They only use square tools, but some of them are more professional than even us. To teach them the technological way of farming, trust me, we see this country as a better nation.
Because there is this norm that goes around saying it's only poor people that involve into agriculture. When you go to the villages, you see people into agriculture. So the people that are in the capital are not embarking on agriculture. But in as much as it's one of the sustainability of a nation, food. When it's about food, when we even back then we had one of the richest men in the world is a farmer. So like people had that norm. They are still having it per se, that it's only poor people that are entering into agriculture. And now that you guys are studying this course worldwide, nationwide, the impact has been there. I think you guys are changing the narrative. How has that been so far?
For someone to say agriculture is meant for poor people, that is an understatement of the truth. Let me tell you, agriculture is not for poor people. Yes, you can grow your crops, your backyard garden to feed yourself, which you refer to as subsistence farming. But if you want to embark on real agriculture, to become a real farmer, it requires money. Let me tell you, can you tell me the cost of a tractor, a combine harvester?
I don't know, but it's very costly.
Very costly.
Yeah.
So if someone said agriculture is for poor people, it is an overstatement of the
No,
truth.
back then when people were using their hands,
Their hands. Listen,
yeah.
we are now operating in technological form. Now let me tell you, I can even plant crops in my house. You know what a crop need to germinate? A crop can even germinate without a soil.
How possible?
It's only need the conditions necessary for it to germinate,
What are these conditions?
like the moisture content, the required temperature. Now, even in this classroom, just look for seeds of rice, put them in any leaf, pour water, put it in a room temperature, it will start to germinate. When you want to grow it, there are differences between to germinate and grow. When you want to grow it, just get your backyard manure, mix it with some soil. You can even place it here. You will harvest here. As long as you are capable of providing the necessary condition for a plant, you know, this pollination, we have other plants that are multicellular. They make their own food through the process of photosynthesis, and they need light. If you are capable of giving this plant light, trust me, you will harvest your crops here.
Okay, so
Agriculture is not a dirty job.
of course, I think you're broadening the ideas of people out there now. So, Alhaji, with the challenges you've faced so far before enrolling to the university, financial challenges and other challenges, what lessons have you learned and you'd want to share with people facing similar challenges, similar struggles out there?
Firstly, I want to tell people that giving up is cowardice. When you give up, you're a coward. Don't give up for anything. You know, there are challenges. Even when they give back to you, there are challenges. Even from you. Before you walk, if you are walking with 4 feet, not so, the time you started to stand, what happened? You fall many times, then you stand up again. For me, all those challenges I faced make me to be a strong man. If not for those challenges, maybe I will not have the idea of being an entrepreneur. But because I wasn't having the money, what I did was, I am poor. So what is the solution to bridge the gap of poverty? Let me start up a business. I start up a business. I am not rich as I am talking to you, but at least I believe after studying my program, I will start a big enterprise.
So you've already saved up a capital for that?
Well, basically, to start up a business required capital, but I am telling you here today, to start up a business doesn't only need capital. For example, if you give me 50,000 now, and you give 100,000 leons to a lunatic, among two of us, whom do you think the money will finish? The madman also.
Yeah,
the madman. To tell you that it is a sober mind that starts up a business. There are certain business you identify them without having money. Having identified them, then you see, this can be a capital. My phone can be a capital. Even these computers can be a capital. A capital is anything you use to start up a business. Can be a capital. You can sell your shoe and start up a business. So necessary for me, it is a sober mind that
So how much have you made for the past years? How much have you made now? That
that one I cannot calculate. In fact, I don't know what I have made. But the only thing, Central University have helped me a lot.
Okay.
Because if they wouldn't have allowed me to do business here, they have the right. They are owning this area. If I started a business and they chase me away, I wouldn't have been here. But if, in fact, some lecturers even talk to me, telling me that this is how life is. Continue, you one day be a successor.
Yeah, you'd want to be successful. So if you could go back to advise your younger self, what would your advice be?
Well, regarding this, because the narration started with my uncle, I bear no grudge with him. And trust me, as I am talking to you, I have a very friendly relationship with him. He's on to this time, he's not giving me a damn. But almost I call him twice a week. Do not blame someone for anything that happened to you. I am old. I was just thinking, by then I was at around 24 years. At around 24 years. I should take responsibility for myself. The son of a rich man is not a rich man. Yeah. It is he who plays with the cash. Just like me, my father was poor. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a poor man.
There is a saying that says, if you are born poor, it's not your fault. Yes. But if you die poor, it's it's your fault. So that is the narrative you're following.
Yes. I shouldn't blame my parents for not making money before they gave back to me. If they were born poor, I am not born to become poor. Trust me.
So what message do you have for those who might feel that education is out of their reach?
Well, what I believe is that whatever the mind is willing to do is what the soul will achieve. Education is very expensive, but you have to try all possible means. That is, do not only expect your parents to send you to school. Do not only expect your relative to send you to school. Go outside, build relationship. Good people are still existing. They are still existing on earth. Likewise, the bad. Go into the world, make connection. A man should not only depend on the connection made by his parent. When your parent died, those connections will also die. You have to go and build yours. When you build yours, I believe you'll be in position of achieving your goal. As I'm talking to you, trust me, those people that are helping on to this time, they have never come across my parents. They have never come across them. I build my own connection. Those are not the connections of my parents. I build mine. Your attitude alone will make someone to help you. Attitude. If when I started doing the business here, I am rude to students, rude to them, I wouldn't have gained this opportunity. Maybe you might just go around and ask, how this boy is doing? Why this boy is not going to school? Say, that boy is very rude. You don't know how to talk to people. He's a rogue. Even if you intend to help him. So your character defines who you are. You must build a good relationship. You must have a good character. Failing to have this, I am afraid. Because the world needs you. But how the world is going to utilize you, it is based on how you behave in the world itself.
Thank you very much for being with us here today, Alhaji. And I feel that viewers and others, even me myself, have learned a lot. Patience also is virtue. Yeah. And also it doesn't mean that because someone hasn't helped you or isn't helping you, you should have issues with that person. Yeah, everyone is not destined to be that successful. Some might be average, some might be richer. But in as much as we've learned so much from you, thanking you so much for being with us here today. So viewers, this is where we'll end today's edition of Student Corner here on Central University Television. But before we go, let's have a quick reminder of the quote of the day, which says, do the best that you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Indeed, you must do better. And it's coming from Maya Angelou, famously known as poet, dancer, singer, activist, and scholar. Many thanks to the chief producer, Tamba Stephen Komba, and of course the technical team. Continue to follow Student Corner, and do not forget to like, comment, and share videos. I've been your presenter, James Amathali. Till then, goodbye.